I always say if you don't have equity, you have a job. And a lot of people think, oh, well, I just need to start a business. And yes, you need to start a business, but make sure you start the right business so that someday it's kind of like real estate, right? You buy a rental property, you get the cash flow, and then it appreciates in value. Your business should be the same type of asset. As you build it, it should have value. What happens is a lot of people build a business and let's say it brings in $200,000 a year, but it has no value that can be sold. So let's provide a painting company, right? A painting company, they paint a house and then they're probably never going to paint that house again. So there's no reoccurring revenue. That means if I were to buy a painting company, I wouldn't buy a painting company unless I saw that we could have some revenue that's going to reoccur. Because most contracting companies, most companies in general, it's the owner doing everything. The owner is running the business, working in the business, and if you remove that owner, the business goes to zero. And you see this happen all the time. Owners pass away and then the business just fizzles away because it's all on him. Now, that's still good. It's still sometimes better than having a job, right? Because if you're making $60,000 working as an employee and then you start your own business, even though it has no value and you can't sell it and you're making 100 grand, you're still better off. I'm saying look at taking that one step forward and saying, okay, I have an opportunity to earn more money, but how can I also build equity and value in my business, right? So I always say subscription-based businesses are really kind of the best businesses that you can sell. I'll provide a really basic example. Social media marketing. You're charging somebody $200, $300 a month or more to make 2 posts a week on their social media. So $200 a month, you times that by 10, you're bringing in $2,000 a month, good side hustle. But you can continue to scale it and manage their website, but you're bringing in that revenue every single month. And you as the owner can scale that business and then another owner can come in because they're saying, okay, as long as we transition these relationships, the value, which is the relationships of that recurring revenue, then I will buy this business from you because they're buying you based on the return of the net income, which is called EBITDA. So EBITDA is essentially your profit. So you have revenue, expenses, profit. So whatever that profit is, let's say the profit's $200,000. Usually the profit is anywhere from 3 to 8 times EBITDA depending on your business. So let's just do 5 times. So 5 times the net profit of 200 grand, you can sell your business for $1 million. Why would somebody buy your business for $1 million? Well, if you're profiting 200,000, your revenue may be 700 based on an average gross profit margin, which is a percentage of the revenue. So they're looking at it and they're saying, okay, well, the net's 200, but if we can come in, maybe cut some expenses and grow this business, we're going to get a return on our investment of, if they buy you for $1 million and they're netting 200 grand, that's a 20% return on investment. Because as long as that business can then be sold maybe the next day for the same value, and if they can grow that value, they're getting a 20% return every single year, and eventually they have all their money back, and then they have an asset that they can sell, and if they grew it, they could potentially sell it for more. So essentially, you're double dipping as a business owner when you can make more than a W-2 employee, and you can use the government advantages of having a solo 401k or having a 401k for your business, and you can put money in a 401k just like a W-2 employee, and then you're also building value and selling that business 20 years down the road. And so you have a retirement, a double retirement. So that's why you see all these business owners, they're retired in a country club in Florida, and you're like, man, how'd they make so much money? It's, well, they were making more money than they ever could make if they were an employee, and they got a big nut at the end when they wanted to sell their business.